If a disease affecting more than half of the populace, spreading suffering to all age groups, we would search for a solution, but the disease of a divorce is ignored. Politicians may talk about returning to family values, and current events may inspire discussion of how the dissolution of the family unit have caused the havoc going on in some cities. But at the end of the day, nobody is doing anything about it. Well, not anymore. This book takes on the divorce disease and more. It will help you understand who you are, why you are the way you are, and how these traits result in the marriage that you have. And I add this part in the one that you're preparing for. Once you understand the reasons that your life is the way it is today, we give you the tools to choose different beliefs and actions to get you a different outcome. The result is the marriage that you always wanted. Maybe you're reading this book because you're struggling with your relationship, but your partner is willing to embark on counseling together. There's nothing wrong with counseling. As long as it's coming from a person that is, not gonna be sitting up there just to get your money and tell you anything. That's gonna really be honest with you and sit down and listen to you and know how to pray with you and help you through that situation. And you walking out of there healed and cured, okay? Okay. You can start this program. That's okay. You can start this program alone. Our hope is that once you read this book, you'll be better able to communicate with your partner based on the exercises and tools we've provided you. However, it's worth the struggle to ask your spouse to work the Marriage Bootcamp program with you and try to make progress in your lives together. Even if he or she isn't ready to tackle the whole enchilada with you at one time, you may be able to navigate some of the steps and drills together without making your partner feel tested or judged. You may even find him or her more amenable, amenable, than you thought. So be prepared just in case your spouse says yes when you initiate the discussion. Some of the exercises are fun, but require a little prep work for the uninitiated. What kind of real couples do the marriage boot camp? What kind of real couples do the marriage boot camp? All kinds of couples participate in marriage boot camp. Fans of the show know the backgrounds and relationship problems of the couples. Every human being is different, and each of us processes our relationships differently. Here's a little snapshot of a real, as in non-reality television couple who attended our active seminar. It's 10 o'clock on a Wednesday morning, and 40 couples enter the. Well, this today Wednesday, right? But y'all know it ain't 10 o'clock this year with the books. Okay, anyway. Enter the marriage boot camp room. There's a crackle in the air, but it is not the crackle of excitement. It is the crackle of pain. All of the couples are here because their marriages are in trouble. So don't think about a boot camp, just going to a boot camp because your marriage in trouble. Because that's not what a boot camp should all just be about. You can go to a boot camp to encourage your marriage, or to just learn more, just for something to do to keep your marriage alive and full of love. Many of them don't want to be here, but have come because they deeply love their spouses despite their relationship problems, and they want to try to fix their marriages. For more than half of the couples in the room, this is their last-ditch effort to save their marriage. Many have already filed for a divorce. We also have pre-marriage doing the hard work before the wedding. Smart. Some of the people in the room are here because they were dragged by their spouse, family, friends, children to try one more thing before ending their marriage. Most of the people in the room are desperate for help, even if attending marriage boot camp wasn't their idea. Take the example of Bobby and Melissa. Bobby and Melissa have been married for 6 years. They have two children, ages 6 and 3. At 19 years old, they found themselves pregnant and unmarried. Their dreams of education and individual successes were dashed in that instant. Bobby carries a deep-seated resentment toward Melissa, feeling that she manipulated him by getting pregnant. I hope that didn't turn him like to not, leave her pregnant by herself and let her raise some children on her own for right then. Okay. Let's continue to read. Melissa feels unfairly accused because the pregnancy was as much as Bobby's fault as hers. Right. They both did it. They ended their relationship during the pregnancy. Oh, wow. Dating other people, but kept coming back together out of their love for their son and power sexual attraction. When Bobby decided to enter the military, he found that his benefits would be much greater if he were married. Plus, he didn't want to travel the world alone. So, for all the wrong reasons, Bobby and Melissa got married. They tried to do marriage right, even having a second child together. But over the time, deception and lengthy absences poisoned whatever love they felt for each other. Both of them wanted to have a happy marriage, but they also both realized that they didn't know how to achieve that goal. They read every self-help book they could find and also participated in marriage counseling. Coming to marriage boot camp was their last-ditch effort to avoid divorce. Bobby and Melissa both grew up in homes where revolving father figures. Neither had ever seen a truly healthy and a loving marriage, and they were well on the road to giving their children the same home they had grown up in, the last thing they wanted to do. Their primary motivation for working out their relationship lay in the fact that they didn't want to see their children suffer the way they had. Okay. Upon arrival, Bobby and Melissa were both challenged to give 100% to the marriage boots camp program. They were promised they would be given the tools to have a healthy, happy, fulfilling marriage. But they were also warned that just having the tools wouldn't be enough to save their marriage. We ask this question: do you want to grow and heal and learn so that you can have a healthy marriage? Or do you want to drag all of your dysfunction from this marriage into your future? Bobby and Melissa committed to giving 100%. Both had little hope that their marriage would survive. Some couples who traveled to attend our boot camps actually arrived dreading spending even a few days in their hotel room together, much less spending the next 10, 20, or 40 years together. But they knew that they would have to co-parent their two small children whether or not they remained married. They both knew firsthand what it was like to have parents who couldn't work together and who had made life miserable for their children, and neither wanted to be that parent. It was a difficult seminar for them, but the end result is that Bobby and Melissa were able to forgive each other. That's good. And themselves for past transgressions and move forward. They learn how to communicate their needs and fears in a healthier manner. Marriages are never perfect, and they all require work and attention. But now Bobby and Melissa both feel more safe and secure, also to provide the kind of family life for their children that they themselves had craved. What's the next step? You two can be happily married, but you have to be willing to give 100%. Can we knock it up to 1000%? Dig deep and work your butt off. I know that's right. This book will take you through the process of marriage boot camp, and if you are indeed giving it your all, you'll be pushed, prodded, and guided to become the best possible version of yourself. It is our experience that if you grow, your marriage will grow, and you can have the marriage you always wanted. This is exciting, right? All right, so we're going to come back to chapter 1, and chapter 1 will be communication. Yeah.